And that's what we're seeing here, is we're seeing the wholesale adoption of policy that would have made Republicans sick Trump's first go-around. I don't even know what to make of this. Mark Wayne, Lee Harvey, Oswald, Haley, Joel Osment, Trump Jr., Putin went on Fox News to do what I can only describe as like end of times porn. I don't know how to describe what was going on at Fox News as Senator Mark Wayne, Lee Harvey, Oswald, Haley, Joel Osment, Trump Jr., Putin spoke behind, I believe this is, this AI generated image. I can only think to call this end of times porn. I don't know what to call it.
If you talk to most Americans, they probably think we do have a missile system, same as what you see in Israel. But the truth is we don't, which makes us highly vulnerable because...
Nobody thinks that, by the way. Like, nobody thinks we have an Iron Dome. If you ask most Americans, they'd say we do have an Iron Dome. Never. 0 times in the history of my life have I come across an American citizen who said, what do you think about this Iron Dome that we've got over our country? Isn't it great? It's keeping us protected. Literally, nobody thinks that.
If we do get attacked by ballistic missiles or hypersonic missiles, or God forbid, even nuclear, it's probably not going to be shot all the way from Russia. It's probably not going to be shot all the way from North Korea or from China. It's going to be shot in international waters just off our shores, which isn't going to give us a whole lot of time to respond. And when you start dealing with hypersonic missiles, it doesn't have a projected pattern.
What does he think this is? The fucking Revolutionary War? Where we don't know that enemies' navies are just off our shores until we can see them, either with a monocular. Is it called a monocular? Or some sort of telescope? We've got technology. We got drones flying over right now. They could probably tell me, like, they could probably tell you if you bite your nails. But he's like, oh, there's going to be these boats. It's not going to come from the sky. It's going to come from the water. And apparently, Mark Lee, Haley, Joel Osment, Trump Jr., Putin doesn't know that we have a navy.
Like a ballistic missile does, where a ballistic missile has an arc that goes up and you intercept it. When you're dealing with hypersonic missiles, you've got to intercept quick because of the fact that it's moving quick and it's moving at an unpredicted location. So if you talk to most
I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know who sent him on Fox News to talk about this. Like, he's talking about building an Iron Dome. I imagine this was just their attempt at something distracting, or Mark Wayne Mullen just is an idiot. Isn't it crazy how quickly they went from like no new wars to, hey, we're about to kick off a war and we need more military spending and we need to invade other countries. We went from no new wars to invade fucking everybody overnight. They're not doing the no new wars shit anymore. They're like, new wars, new wars, new wars. We want war. We want war. And that's what they'll do. They show up on Fox News. They're like, look how scary everything is. You guys should all be so scared. Everyone's evil but us. And that's why we must invade the evil countries of Panama and Greenland. Notoriously problem causers around the world. When you see the Panamanians coming, you run. Everybody's afraid of the Panamanians. I thought this was interesting, which is it doesn't happen very often. Very rarely does Alina Habba say something, and I think, oh, that's interesting. Here it is. This is Alina Habba doing what all the Trumpers are doing now, like pretending that they didn't just want a king the whole time, because that's all they want. The thing is like, it's a smart move. Like, if you want to be an oligarch, if you want to do fascism, if you want to be viewed as a king, like, surround yourself with the most gullible people who don't really want to make decisions. They just want to be told what to be outraged by and feel like they're part of the team. And I think that's what Alina Habba is saying here.
Well, a couple things first, Chuck. Your attorney general is not the attorney general. We have an attorney general. That will be Pam Bondi. And what your opinion is on what the law is doesn't really matter. It's what the White House counsel says and what our attorney general of the United States says.
It's actually the courts, and it's Congress who writes the laws. That's how they view everything. That's how Republicans view everything. What is the law? The law is Trump. What Trump says is the law. So when Trump issues executive orders and judges shut them down, what's the response from Trump people? These fucking liberal judges, we got to get rid of these judges. What happens when somebody votes against one of Trump's confirmations? Primary them. It's embarrassing. It's honest to God, it's fucking embarrassing. It should be embarrassing to MAGA, but it's embarrassing to me as somebody who like has to admit to other people I'm American. I don't want to have to defend this shit. Hey, how come you guys had democracy and now you're like the guy won and you're begging for him to be a king? I don't know, because they're dumb. I don't know. I don't know why they want a king. A king that has, at best, like 10 years left on this earth. And no real clear path of who's next. Maybe his psycho son. I don't know. I don't know why they want a king. It was not that long ago. This was the party of, we are strict constitutionalists. We are the Tea Party. We don't like lockdowns. Now they're like, Daddy Trump, tell us what to do, please. I don't know what to do about Mac. I don't know what to do about him. Like I scroll through TikTok every once in a while into those debate lives, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what happened to these people? Like, even like a year ago, they weren't this. A year ago, they're like, we can't wait for freedom to come back. And then, like, it didn't come back. In fact, it went away totally. The thing is like, growing up in my cult, a lot of times you feel like you're making the decisions that are best for you. Right? Especially if you're uninformed. You like a person, you like a leader, you believe in a leader, and so what they say you just adopt. Because you're not really thinking this stuff through for yourself. You just adopt it. And that's what we're seeing here, is we're seeing the wholesale adoption of policy that would have made Republicans sick Trump's first go-around. If Trump would have ran on this in 2016, there's no chance. Well, maybe there's a chance. I don't know. There's enough dumb people over there. But this isn't what Republicans used to be. And I understand Republicans might not like who they used to be, but who they used to be was spineless with principles. I don't agree with the principles. I don't agree with their policy, but they were just spineless. And then they got Trump, and they're like, finally, we've got somebody to fight for our values who has a spine. And then they got Trump, who's not fighting for any of their values. He's literally just like selling the country off to billionaires. And the MAGA are like, yeah, this is what we wanted. This is what we really, really wanted the whole time. Really, we wanted Elon to own everything.